Alright, hey everybody, I'm Sebewufu. I'm gonna actually do something on my computer today, and I guess try to play some Pathfinder Adventures. Oh, well, that's okay. Well, I know. Alright, well that works. And since it's highly unlikely that anybody's going to be joining us in my chat room, I might as well just stick with the overall the whole page thing instead of the one where you get to see my face, because this way you can read all the cool writing better on the screen. Like, a whole team of people went to a lot of effort to make it all look super cool. So we should enjoy it, I guess. Alright, so I'm on chapter 6, and I guess number 4, Assault on the Pinnacle. And during this scenario, when I defeat a Bane, pick a type of boon other than loot to add a random card of that type to somebody's reward pile. Okay, cool. No idea what that means yet. Alright, normally I just fast forward through this stuff, but maybe somebody wants to read what's going on here. I'm not super impressed with the words that people came up with, but okay, continue. Alright. The Most High Sioptra. Before you play a spell, it has the attack rate, succeed at an arcane or divine 15 check. Okay. Oh, alright. 2 force damage to a random character at this location. Then each character at this location must succeed at a check or be dealt more damage. Oh, and he's not even the villain. He's a henchman. First time a random character at this location encounters her. Okay. Alright. A weapon. My bard needs a weapon. Okay. Oh, now I gotta make important decisions. Intelligence, knowledge, or arcane check. Because gotta close these locations, so you want to put somebody there who's probably going to be okay at closing it, or at least have a chance. Ooh, you play a spell that has the arcane trait. The thing. Okay. I may close that location automatically. Alright, so you'll do that. Yes, you'll do that. Alright. Sure, that looks great. Oh. At the start of my turn, I have to bury a card. Well, shit. Okay. Alright, which one of these cards do I not want? Kind of want all of them. Alright. Oh, cool. Well, it's going to make it really easy to get this daily quest figured out. Alright. Oh, cool. I can acquire a spell for my non-spellcaster. That makes sense. Alright. And since I'm going to have to bury more cards, I might as well just just use some of my blessings so that I can spend less turns here. Oh, alright. Demon Bane Longsword. Aw, I didn't get it. Oh. Okay. Now evidently I do have somebody in my room watching. So I guess I'll switch over so we can actually see what the chat is. Theoretically. Okay. Oh, of course it's not on this screen. Alright. But I got asked by millions of tens of dollars that they say you probably explained this before, and I'm semi-familiar with the game, but can you give a brief overview? Sure, I can try to give a brief overview. Once I figure out how to get... Okay, so this is the map. This is the overall map. Not that it matters much in the game. I mean, when I say not that it matters much. So there's just currently 5 locations. So each of these little circles is a location. And the little circle underneath is one of my party characters is at that location. So Volek is in this rune well, and then my bard is down in whatever this place is, and then my cleric is over at this spot. And I put them there on purpose just because the closing requirements for each of the locations, which of course I'm just jumping all over the place on my explanation. So the goal is I'm trying to defeat the villain. So somewhere in one of these locations there's a villain hiding, and I'm trying to hunt down the villain and defeat him. So at each of the other locations there is a henchman. So it's not the villain, but it's like one of his right-hand assistant people. So if you don't find a villain at a location, you're going to find a henchman. When you defeat a henchman or a villain, after you do that, you can try to close a location. Closing a location basically means it just shuts the location down and it's no longer available for the villain to escape to later. Because when you defeat the villain, if there are any open locations, the villain will escape to another location. So you're like on a big chase to catch them, to basically run them down and defeat them. So once you defeat a villain or henchman, you get to do the when closing. So in this case, I just automatically get to close the location. A lot of times there's other things you have to do or checks you have to make to be successful at closing the location. And then each turn that you are at the location, you get to do the at the location thing. So the stupid rune well at the beginning of each of my turns I have to bury a card, which really sucks. Because your cards not only are all your equipment and everything that you can do stuff with them, but they're in essence also your hit points. So if you run out of cards, your character dies. And I went to a lot of work and time to get my characters to where they are now, so I really don't want them to die. Because then you get to start a new character over. I mean, I guess that's obvious, but so each of my characters gets a turn. I have up here, so I'm currently at 29. That's the number of blessings left in the deck, which is how they do the overall time count. Basically, I've got 30 turns to defeat the villain, and every time one of my characters goes, one of those turns clicks off. And so at each location, my character gets one free exploration, which I can basically, if I click on there's like a stack of cards at each of the locations. So currently the Rune Well, there's 1 weapon, 2 spells, 1 armor, 2 items, 1 blessing, and then 1 question mark, which is going to be the henchman. So I can randomly encounter one of those cards that's in the deck, and I can either, if it's a monster, if it's something bad, it's called a bane, and I have to defeat it. If it's something good, a boon, I can try to acquire it. If I successfully acquire it, the card goes into my hand. So you then can use it, and you can also, like, if you discard it or you recharge it back in your deck, it, in essence, you get like another hit point, kind of. And so I can explore 1 card for free a turn. I can also burn blessings or other cards, discard them to get additional turns, which I'm going to do at this location, because at the start of each of my turns I have to bury a card anyways, which is even worse than discarding. I don't know if that counts as a brief overview, but if you have any questions, just ask. And then I'm going to try to figure out how to finish the rest of my turn. Okay. Alright. I wanna... Alright. So I'm up there. How do I do my turn? Okay. Oh, I'm explore. Okay, awesome. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to get back into doing my turn, because evidently I messed something up. Okay. Oh, and in addition, when I get my turn back, I will show you. Okay. Did I reset? I don't want to reset my hand. But oh, okay. All right. I was on the map. Now I'm back at the location again. So, all right. So the cards that I can currently play in the turn get outlined in the blue. In this case, the blessing is outlined because I can discard the blessing to explore your location. Discard just goes over here in my discard pile. It's relatively easy to move cards from your discard pile back to your deck. And by relatively easy, I mean there's more ways of doing it. Like this cure spell is one way to do it. Over here, this is the bury. That's like a, I don't know, that's like a really deep discard pile, I guess. Like things that get buried in a discard pile that it's really hard to get back out of during this game. So I might as well discard the blessing so that I can then explore another card. And this is a spell, so up here it says the check to acquire. I have to make a wisdom or divine check of 6 to acquire it. So, and I get a +3. I get to roll a 6-sided dice and roll +3. So the game is nice enough to calculate my odds of success, which is currently 66% chance. So, sure. Okay, cool. I'm going to watch it come down in my hand. So now it's down there in my hand. Which means I now have a sanctuary spell I get to cast. If I failed my check, it would have just disintegrated and gone away. I don't have any more blessings, so I'm going to be, I guess I'm done. So I'm going to click over here. And then for my end of turn actions, because Volek is a ranger, I got an ability to scout ahead, so I can examine the top card of my location deck at the end of my turn to basically get an idea for what's coming up ahead later. So yeah, so next turn I'll have an opportunity to try to acquire this blessing. But otherwise, oh, and then I draw a bunch of cards to get back up to my hand size of 6. Oh, cool. Mountain Peak. Fucking hate the Mountain Peak. Alright, so at this location, the start of my turn, I got to make a Wisdom or Survival check with a number of 7. Oh, and if I fail, I have to bury a card. So, sweet. I didn't roll super shitty. Okay. So, the Mountain Peak, there's 3 monsters in this deck of 10. And then there's 3 barriers, which are like obstacles. 1 weapon, no spells, 1 armor, an item, no allies, no blessings, and a henchman or villain. So, alright, let's encounter. Cool! It's a ghoul bat. That's a fight. So, alright. And again, now down here with my cards, I get to be like, alright, I've got some armor. I don't have any weapons with me in my hand. So, weapons would be very handy when I'm fighting a ghoul bat. But, okay. Now, because each of my party members are not alone, even though they're at different locations, they can help each other. So I'm going to go over to Volek, because he's my archer ranger guy, and he's got this cool ability that he can shoot an arrow into somebody else's location to help them in their combat. And I get to add 1 die 4 plus 2 to a combat check, and I just got to essentially recharge one of my cards. So like this Sanctuary. So recharge, it goes into the bottom of your deck. So it's, my deck of 14 is going to now become a deck of 15. I mean, when it gets calculated, it's just over there right now. But, alright, cool. So 72% chance. And in addition, I can discard one of Volek's bows to add another 1d4 plus 1 and the cold trait to a combat check by a character at another location. So I am also going to do that. So we're up to 95% chance, which I'm feeling, I mean, I'm going to say this. Oh, if I didn't have the ranger guide to help me, I have to figure out some other way to bump up. Like my cleric herself, she's got like, ooh, I could have discarded this card to add 1d4 plus 1 to my combat check, because I guess my demon armor is on fire. I've got blessings that I can use to add to my check. And then I've got my bard. My bard can't help at long distance, but if my bard was at the same location as my cleric, he could essentially, I can do a performance and add 1d4 plus 2 to a check attempted by another character at your location. But I'm currently at 95%. Of course, inevitably, I'm going to roll all ones or something, but maybe I won't. I did not. Feel like I'm living on the edge here. Alright, now, because my ranger has, I've got a lot of additional abilities. One of the abilities I have is when I am discarding a weapon card, specifically a ranged weapon card, I can choose to recharge it instead. So, correct. It's all about successfully succeeding at the different checks. Now, weapons help out with combat checks, but there's other checks that need to happen too. Sometimes it's an ability check. Oh, I'm sorry that the delay sucks. I don't know how to fix that. So I'm going to recharge. Oh. I have to bury any card played that has a magic trait unless that card would be banished or removed from the game. At the end of the encounter, bury any card played that has a magic trait. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Alright. Bury. I mean, okay, what happens if I do that? Oh, that's what I'm going to get. Okay. That's the encounter thing is. Oh, I see. So you type in the question, and then like 5 minutes later it pops up and I can answer it, and you spend 5 minutes until you get an explanation. Understood. All right. So I've got lots of blessings that I can discard, but I don't. I guess I'm not. So, all right. Now, my bard's over here. Ooh. At the start of your turn, you may recharge an item to draw a card. Okay. I don't. All right. So we'll explore my card. Ooh. I have a chance to acquire this cool Flaming Icy Axe. So in order to acquire it, I need to make a strength check of 11 or a melee check of 11. As you can see, my bard, I get to roll a 4-sided dice for this particular check. Because I'm a bard, not a fighter. I don't really, this weapon isn't going to do much for my bard, but it is a level 6 weapon, and level 6, I mean, it's a weapon that's in the current chapter, I guess, so it's probably going to be better than other weapons I've got, and the way that you get to keep these cool cards you come across is if you acquire them into your deck at the end of the scenario, when you get to distribute all the things that you found. And I could give this axe to, like Volek or my Cleric, who would be able to use it. But I'm just gonna, it's not worth burning a bunch of blessings. I mean, I guess, well, wait, let's see, I can recharge a card, so let's do, what would happen if I recharge, alright, so I'm still 2 die 4 plus 2, so I'm at 0% to get an 11. I mean, I guess I could discard this blessing, ooh, and I get to add a 12-sided dice to it. So now I'm at a 75%. I went from 0 to 75% chance. So why not? Oh my god, now I got this cool axe. And yeah, then I'm done. Cool. Bearing a card. Alright. I did not. Okay, I did not. Shit. Alright. I will. Dexterity. I guess I will bury that card. Alright. Oh, that's right. This blessing that I've got a 33% chance of getting. I did not get it. And once you make a roll and you like fail, like there's very, very, very few ways to modify a roll after you've made it. So you kind of want to do all your roll modifications beforehand. But so, but I don't have any more blessings, so I guess I will. Ooh, a war razor. All right, like a kind of a chintzy little weapon coming up. All right, oh, I'm on a mountain peak. Shit. All right. After I roll, is there really anything more to do with your turn? Yes. I mean, I'm not sure what the question is. Like, I mean, like the roll tends to be like, okay, I mean, there is a bunch of other things to do besides the roll. Let's see. I guess because I've got 2 armors, so I might as well, if I got to bury one. All right. Oh, I see. Yeah, once you do the roll modifications and make the roll, then whatever that particular that event is resolved. Oh, well, I mean, if you happen to have a way, like, because there are a few ways that you can affect a roll after you've made it, you'll have like an opportunity to, if you have one of those items, you can use it on the roll to then turn it from a failure to a success. But otherwise, after that, if you failed the roll, you get to watch the card disintegrate to be forever gone. If you make the roll, you get to watch the card get added to your deck or to your hand. And then you do, like, after you explore, then there's you can reset your hand. Basically, you're finishing up your turn if you don't decide to keep going on the turn by using a blessing to get another exploration. But you do the hand resetting, which is basically drawing up to your hand limit. So replace all the cards that you've just used, and then it goes to the next person's turn, the next characters. If that answers your question. Oh, all right. So I got a barrier, which is a trap. And if I don't defeat this door, it's going to do a bunch of damage to me. And if it's undefeated, it's going to get shuffled back in the deck to be encountered again later. So I might as well try to figure out how to. I'm not off to a good start because I get to roll a die 4 plus 0 to make a dexterity check. Let's see, but if I can discard that, so I'm up to 2 die 4. And what's cool, my Cleric has a power ability now that when I use a blessing, specifically of Saren Ray, I can choose to either recharge it instead of discarding it, or I can put it on top of my deck so that it will immediately get drawn first when I reset my hand. So, and let's see. I've got, okay. So, 1 die to any check. So the different blessings give you different bonuses for different things. So this Blessing of Lamash 2, I can either just get 1 die for any check, or I can bury it to add 2 dice to any check to defeat a monster. So not useful against the Crushing Door, but this one, discard for 2 dice to any combat dexterity check. This is a non-combat dexterity check, so no real cool bonus there. To non-combat wisdom check. Now, because my bard has an ability, whenever I use a Blessing of Shellyan, instead of adding 1 die to a check, which in the case of my Cleric would be a 4-sided dice, it will instead become a 12-sided dice, which is, way better than a 4-sided. But I'm still... okay, I guess I'm gonna, discard. Why are you... The fact there's a little exclamation point there seems to indicate there's another thing that they can do, but I'm not seeing anything else lit up. So, alright, I did everything I could to get it to a 62% chance. Not super excited about. Okay, well, it did work out well for me. And I'm going to put it on top. Yes, much better odds from a 4-sided dice. Ooh, I get to choose a card type. I would like to... Wait a minute, I think... Which one is a blessing? I think that's a blessing. Okay. See, when the card was defeated, it disintegrated. Alright, so I might as well... Yeah, I'm going to just discard cards to get more turns. Okay, I can try to acquire this Shock Greatsword, which is another level Chapter 6 weapon. But, I'll just 0% chance. Diplomacy, acrobatics, stealth, or perception. Discard. Oh, alright. Death Web. The undead is dealing 1 point of combat damage. I guess I would like to reduce the combat damage dealt to me by 4. So I might as well recharge it, because otherwise I'll have to discard it. At least if I recharge it, I get it back. Okay. Volex gonna fire an arrow, maybe? Maybe I'm not. Immune to mental and poison before you act. Okay, why? Interesting. I'm not getting to... Oh, because I'm making a divine check instead of a combat check. Oh, I see. Okay, I can't help. You can't shoot an arrow to help with a non-combat check. Alright, so I'm at 54 if I do combat melee. And I fire an arrow. What will I be at? Let's see. How about... Alright, so I'm up to 72%. And still, I keep having a question mark saying I can do something, but I can't actually do anything. So I don't know what's going on with that. I might as well discard that. Alright, I'm up to a 94% chance. Cool. Choose a card type. Oh, why am I... Continue heal. I don't... Alright, no idea. Okay, so I was able to... I got one of my cards randomly from my discard pile. Got added back to my deck. So I got a hit point back. Alright. You may recharge an item to draw a card. Nope. Oh! Looks like I found me a henchman. Continue. Oh, box text. Look at this great writing. You do not belong here. But I do. I have a very important appointment with the Runelord. So if I could just squeeze on past. Away, intruder, for Karzug. See? Somebody put like 2 minutes into typing that stuff out. Alright, so it's a henchman. The first time that she is undefeated this turn, a random character at this location encounters her. Okay. If defeated, I may attempt to immediately close the location. Okay. So, I've got this cool Flaming Icy Axe that I recently acquired. I can either reveal it to use my strength or melee skill, +1 die 12 +1. I can additionally discard it to add another 2 die 6 and the colder fire trait. I'm pretty sure I'm proficient with weapons. Difficulty card to decrease. Wait. Which one of these? So that's 1 die 8 +2. 1 die. Okay, so let's discard it. Alright. Ooh. Cold or fire. Alright, well, I mean, let's go with fire's always exciting. Alright, man, that's a lot of dice. Okay, cool. In addition, I can do my bard performance that I can apply it to myself. So let's recharge. Recharge. Alright, so I'm up to 78% chance. Volek is going to fire a fire an arrow to help, so we're up to 98% chance. So I'm feeling, even though it's not 100, very excited right now. Alright, cool, I didn't fuck it up. And I guess let's pick an ally. Ooh. Close location. Yes, I would like to close the location. Now, I need to make a diplomacy check of 6, but I get to roll 1 die 10 +7 because he's my bard. So 100% chance of making this. That's the best % chance to make something. And then all the cards go away and the location is closed. So now the villain cannot run away to this location anymore. And if I go over here on this, there's now an X through the location. So now there's 4 active locations. And I can't move to another location till the very beginning of my turn. So once I figure out how to, there, all right, finish my turn. All right, and Bullet gets to bury a card. Great. Guess I will bury that card. Alright, I'm not gonna... even rolling a 6, I didn't get it. Bummer. Okay. End of turn actions. Let's see what's coming up. A Wand of Scorching Ray. Okay. Magic item. Alright, look, I got my blessing back. Because it was on top of my deck to draw from. I could... Alright, I will discard. Alright, I got a 99% chance. Cool. And I will put it back on top. Alright. Oh, cool. I found the villain. Great. Before you play a spell that has the attack trait, succeed at an Arcane or Divine 15 check, or you may not play spells that have the attack trait. Okay. Oh, cool. More box text. Worship at the altar of greed. Give in to our Celestian traditions, and my master may spare you yet. I will never stray from Saren Ray's guiding light. Bow before the might of Karzuk. So glad we did that. Okay, so when you go to fight a villain, before you begin the fight, other characters at different locations may temporarily close the location, which means that they have to make... They can temporarily close it so that if you defeat the villain, if all the locations are closed or temporarily closed, then the villain can't escape and you win. But I currently have 2 locations that don't even have a character at, so I can't temporarily close any of them. So there's no way to prevent the villain from escaping. So I might as well, yeah. I mean, sure, I guess I can have Volek close the Runewell, which happens automatically, so why not? So that means that the villain's going to run to one of these other 2 locations. Alright, and... Okay, so now I'm going to... Let's see. Oh, I need to make 2 combat checks. Look at that. So I have to make a combat check at 24. Then I have to make another combat check at 32. So, great. Let's see. So I might as well, if I reveal... Okay. Sorry. Now, Nutmeg decided to get up and block my screen for me. Alright, reveal. Let's see. May additionally discard. So if I reveal it, I'm not... See. You can't... Okay. Alright. Volek is going to fire an arrow. Three and the fire trait to combat check. I I'm still only up to 17%. Jesus, that kind of sucks. Alright, I can add 2 die 6. Again, I'm just trying to get to a 24 here. I'm going to have to make a whole 32 check, so it's not looking great. You may discard another card to add another die 10. Alright, so I can... Okay, if I discard... Alright, well I'm up to 76%. That's cool. Oh, nope, I don't want to discard it. I want to reveal. And then I want to discard. Okay. That's up to 76. Alright. Cool. So that was the first one. Now I gotta do it again. Let's see. You may additionally just do it and add another die 4. Alright, so if I discard it, still at 0. I can discard that, so I'm up to 9%. And then Bullock is going to do some light sniping. Yes. Alright, so I'm up to 64% chance. And then... Alright. 87%. Cool. I made it by 1. Recharge. Alright, so I've defeated. I guess let's do an item. And now it should ask me if I want to... Oh, she's gonna escape to one of those 2 locations, and then I automatically close the location. So I'm done with the mountain peak. Cool, and now I got Butters up here for the first time that he's ever been on camera. Alright. If I was doing Legos right now, you could totally see the cats. But I don't have that camera set up for this, so sorry. Recharge may shuffle a random card from her discard pile into her deck. Why, yeah, I would. Sure. Alright. And then I will... At the end of your turn, you may examine the top card of an open location deck. Oh, because you're on a mountain. So you're like looking down at the other decks, I guess. Sure. Ooh, alright, there's an arcane spell there. Okay. I am... Now that my bard is at this closed location, I'm gonna, at this point in time, I can move. So I'm gonna go over to this location now. And I'm gonna check out that haste spell. Alright, I got an 80% chance of acquiring it. But I rolled a 1, which means I did not. Okay. Bip is done. Alright, bearing a card. guess. All right. Okay. I will. All right, a 0% chance of getting the Wand of Scorching Ray. And then I might as well, if I recharge this, I can get one random card from my discard pile back. So sure, I might as well. And end of turn. Still no fucking henchmen. I'll get bury another card next. All right. So let's move my Cleric to, I guess, that spot over there. Ooh. Intelligence, knowledge, or arcane 14 check. That's not. Summon and encounter the villain, the thing from beyond time. Alright, well, okay. Maybe, Oh, alright. Let's see. Alright. So, there's 6 monsters over here. Great. Ooh. I have a 100% chance of getting that. Alright. So, I've got a hand draw size of 6. And I currently have 7 cards. Which means if I'm going to end my turn, I have to discard one of them to get down to 6. So, if I'm going to have to discard a card anyways, I might as well discard one of these cards to do an exploration. That way I at least get something from it. Plus, if I discard... No, if I discard that for... So we might as well get this one that I just got and discard, so I can then do... Oh. I have no idea what's... Okay. So let's see. Attack. If undefeated, bury your discard pile. Okay. Damage. Okay, sure. Alright. I don't know why that happened. But, okay. So, I'm going to be doing some fighting. Let's see. First, we will reveal. Alright. Then I would like to discard. Let's see. I can discard. Yeah, why don't we discard that? Okay, cool. So I'm up to a 41% chance. And now I will discard that. And then Bolek is going to fire an arrow. Let's not do that. What about this one? 2d6 to the gear. Yes. Recharge. Alright. 96% chance. Cool. On top. Choose a card type. Let's do an ally. Alright, so at this point in time, I'm going to roll, I'm going to do this marker thing, and if I run out of markers, that's evidently very bad. Because I don't know what the thing from beyond time is, but it doesn't sound friendly. So why don't I could discard it to explore. Ends a turn here. I don't have to. Alright, why don't discard so I can fight this clay golem. Okay. I want to reveal. I can discard. Alright, I'm up to 50. Rolex going to fire another arrow. Guess I'm going to recharge. Alright, up to 91. Bit can do fuck all. So, okay, that's cool. Alright, now I've got 2 cats on my desk. Alright, I briefly had 2 cats on my desk. Choose a card type. Okay, I guess let's do a spell. Alright, and now my shaman, I will recharge to randomly get something from my discard pile back. Oh, and then I gotta do this bullshit. Okay. Alright. I rolled a 1. Okay. Gotta remember that. I rolled a 1. So now I've got 11 left. Do any of these, I can get a Blessing of Shellion back. Or I can get that Flaming Icy Axe. Which, why yeah, I think I would discard 1 card from my hand. I will discard that so that I can get that back. Alright. If I play a spell that has the arcane trait, I may immediately draw a card. Alright. Okay. I'm not gonna get that. I can explore. Does not have the arcane trait. That has the arcane trait. Alright. Cool. Gonna bury my least favorite card. I guess I will bury that card. Ooh, I have a 100% chance of getting this magic leather armor. Cool. I needed a 100% chance. Okay, I'm going to discard and arrange the cards in any order. Okay, so let's see. I can fight this henchman. Or be dealt 1 electricity damage. Okay. Sure. I mean, I might as well encounter the henchman next. So, okay. That is the order I will be in. Alright. So first, I need to make a fortitude check or take 1 point of damage. So I can, I mean, I feel like I'm probably going to be taking some damage. Yeah, okay. Oh, man, I didn't make a 14. What do you know? Alright. I can discard. Okay, so if I discard it versus, I might as well discard it. Okay. All right. So let's see. I really want to defeat this guy, so discard. All right, we're up to 71%. And then discard. That takes me to 90%. Ooh. I could cast my swipe spell. I'm at 97%. Cool. I would like to recharge that. Put that on top. I would like to recharge that. Reveal. My cat gives me a +2 to not have to, like, a lot of times when you cast a spell, you have a chance to, if you make like an arcane or divine check high enough, you get to recharge it instead of discard it, and the cat gives you a +2 check to that, because, you know, lucky. Continue without using powers. I may immediately draw a card. Okay. Then I'm going to get, let's get a blessing. I'm going to close down this location. Yes. Cool. Now I don't have to worry about hopefully bearing a card anymore. Oh. Cool. Oh, that's a lot. This large metal framework shimmers with energy. Now and then, strange currents shift across it and coalesce into shapes, revealing Zinshalast. But the city beyond the energy curtain is very different, teeming with foreign magic. Closer inspection reveals that the image is not a picture, but rather an open window. Okay. Make sure to follow along very closely with the story. Alright, I guess. Ooh, 100% chance to get this. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, okay. End of turn action. Oh. Maybe I don't want to. Alright. Instead of. Might as well. Discard. Ooh, a stone giant. Alright, so combat check of 16. Let's see, I will reveal. So we're up to a 45. Why am I... Okay, what's going on here? Oh, I have to discard 1. Why do I have to discard 1? What's going on here? Alright. Feel. Oh, discard up to 1. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now I can fire. Ooh, let's see. Yeah. Recharge. Alright, we're up to 95% chance. Cool. Put an arrow in the giant. Alright, I might as well. Yeah. Sure. Discard. Ooh, a rat swarm. I have to make a combat check of 8. Oh, and if I don't defeat the rat swarm by at least 4, then it gets shuffled back into the deck. So I won't take any damage, but I'll still have to deal with the rat swarm later. So, okay, so I want to get a target number of 12. Alright, so I can discard. Okay. Gonna fire another arrow. Alright. So, even if I roll all 1s, I'm going to get a 13. I'm thinking I might be able to make it. Yes, can confirm I did. Yes, we will. Ally. All right. Two. All right. I probably. Ooh, I can discard. Okay, we will discard that so we can do some more. Ooh, a hidden beast. I bet that's a henchman. Alright, so I wisdom check of 16 or combat of 22. Immune to cold, mental, poison. Before you act, combat 22 check or bury 1d4 random cards from his discard pile. Okay. Alright, well, sure, okay. Evidently, I'm going to bury some of my cards. Fine. Alright, let's... 4! Alright, so all of them. Okay. Alright, now we're up to a wisdom. Let's see. I will reveal... Oh, it's just a monster. It's not even a fucking henchman. Alright. So we're up to 32. Oh, yeah. Why don't I discard that? So I'm up to 75. Volink is going to do... Going to fire another arrow, so we're up to 97. Yeah. And why don't we do a spell? I would like to heal for some reason. Okay. And then I thought Okay. I guess we'll call that a turn. Let's roll the dice here. I'm currently down to 11 markers. Alright, now I'm down to 9 markers. Alright. So I got blessing. Okay. Alright. Ooh. A regular monster, a zombie giant. If undefeated, discard the top card of my deck. Okay. Well, why don't we reveal? Cool. And then, ooh, yeah, that's right. I can do a bardic performance. And how about we recharge that, so we're up to 66%, and Bolek is going to fire alright, 99% chance. Alright. I can detect magic. Oh. See, because it's got the arcane trait, I'm going to get it immediately draw a card. Yeah. I'm gonna discard it and cast it, which kind of lets me get like a free... I get to examine the location deck. And sometimes I can encounter it, like, for free, which I can. Then I would like to recharge. I'm at 100%, but you know, just in case. Cool. Recharge the spell. And then I get to try to acquire the Scarlet and Blue Spear, which I did not. Ah, but I played a spell that has arcane trait, so I may immediately draw a card. Oh, cool. Look at that. Um, hmm. Okay, that was a turn. Oh, so even though it's closed, I still have to bury a card. Okay. Well, I'm totally getting out of here as soon as I get a chance, which I can't move until after the start of my turn. So, all right. I guess I will bury my cool short bow. Bye, short bow. All right. Now I'm going to move to a different location. So how about now? There's two open locations, and I could move Volek to either one of them. The problem is, I can't I can't shoot the arrow and help out in a combat if I'm at the same location as someone. So in this particular case, it makes sense for me to send Volek to, I guess, this location instead. So he's not going to do anything cool on his turn in like exploring, but the rest of the time I can fire arrows to help people with their combats, which is, you know, really important. And I might as well use my cure spell to get some of my cards back. Cool. And then I've got a 33% chance. Yeah. All right. I didn't lose it. And then I guess I will reset my hand. And why don't we, let's see, what's going on over here? All right, it's going to be a monster, a scout, okay. Look at all those arrows I'm going to be shooting. Okay, so all right, I know there's a scout coming up, so let's do this fight. Oh, the scout does 1 point of range damage to me. That means I have to throw away one of my cards. Okay. Bye, kitty. I'm much less cavalier about real-life cats. Alright, gonna hit this dude with this club. Reveal. So I'm up to a 65% chance. Hi. I've got cat number 3 almost visiting. But probably not. She went behind my computer monitors instead. Alright, I'm gonna, let's see. How about, let's see, I kind of want to keep that. Alright, we'll recharge you. Alright, 99% chance. I guess. Item. Well, I guess I should. Alright, I've got. Yeah, let's do an exploration turn. A henchman, okay. Let's see, before you act, 2 force damage to a random character at this location. I have 1 character at this location, therefore not random. Or be dealt 1d4 fire damage. Okay, I think I'm about to get my ass kicked. Oh, more box checks. You have interrupted my meditation and seek to disrupt the plans of my master. You must be stopped. I will not let you stand between me and Karzog. Karzog needs me more now than ever. I will bring him your head to prove it. I mean, do you see? I feel really embarrassed reading this out loud. Okay, so... Oh. Interesting. So I'm making a dexterity check. Oh. To be about 1d4 fire damage. Okay. I can add 2 to my check. I may bury this card to succeed. Alright, so we're gonna... Okay. We're gonna discard. Ugh. Alright, and then we're going to... Yeah, alright, well, no, I really don't. Okay, well, fuck it. Alright. I missed it by way too much. Alright, so now I get to lose 2 cards. Alright, well, discard and discard. Guess I should hang on top. Alright, I still got my club. Oh, nope, never mind. Now he's doing 2 more damage. Club goes away. Discard. Okay. I have no items for this upcoming fight. So, yeah. So I guess... Oh. Let's see. I will display. Okay. And then also, I'm going to fire an arrow. Recharge. Alright, we're up to 93. And what's this? To decrease the difficulty of any combat check by 2d4. Sure. Alright, cool. 100%. Made it. I would like to recharge. Awesome. And, yes. Okay, so I need to roll a 14 on my intelligence check. And maybe... Alright, discard. Cool, I'm up to 20%. And then, let's see. Non-combat intelligence or charisma check. Perfect. Alright. Made it. Okay, cool. Well, this shitty location is closed. Awesome. 0% chance. Yeah, right. You're just going to go away. Alright. So, what's cool, I've got one open location, I think. Yeah, everything's got an X except for where my bard's at, and there are 7 cards here. Okay. Alright. And, okay, I guess let's... Ooh. A Rune Shell Hatchet +2. It looks cool, but I'm not going to probably get it. Okay, and I've got 12 turns left to go through 6 cards. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic that I will be successful. Because now that I said it out loud, I fucked myself. But, alright, here, let's see. We're going to recharge to get one of those cards back. And then I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay there. Reset hand. Let's look from the mountaintop and see what's there. Ooh, a poison blast. It's a spell. Alright. And now So in this case, now I finally got my Cleric and my Bard at the same location together. Which is good because my Bard can do assists to people at the same location. Whereas I want to keep Volek away. What is it? Ooh, Invoke. Yeah. I would like to. I'm going to get more turns back. 1 turn. Okay. All right. I've got, okay. It's going to be a spell, which I have no chance of acquiring. And let's see, I don't want to, yeah, okay. All right, start of turn actions. Oh, henchmen are immune to cold and electricity. Each character will be dealt 1 electricity damage. Okay. Damage is dealt to each character at the location. Alright. I'm going to take 1 point of reduce combat charge. Combat, okay, banish. No. Alright, ooh. Okay, there's no point. Alright, bye kitty. Alright, now she's going to take some damage. I want to, okay. Alright, so Holy Light. Yes, discard. Okay. Alright, now Bip's got to do combat check of 23. Alright, so if I can get. Alright, we'll do that. And then we will discard. So, ooh, and I can do this. I would like to recharge. Sure. Ooh. Recharge. Alright, so I'm up to 38%. And I'm going to fire an arrow. I'm up to 81%. Alright, 96%. Cool. Fuck you, the henchman. Recharge. I'm going to get an ally. Yeah, I would like to close the location. Okay. So, this is a weird, like, I know the villain is at this location, so if I close the location that the villain is still in there, it will remove all the other cards from the deck except for the villain. So I'm going to not roll a 1 and do that. See, there's the villain. Okay. Yeah. All right. I might as well reset my hand. No need to examine because I know. Okay. So yeah, let's I've got a dagger, I've got a falchion. Sure. Let's do this. Alright. It's interesting, I think my Cleric was the one who fought her before. Alright. Okay, so let's falchion. So I want to reveal. Oh, I should probably save that. Alright. Then you're going to recharge. And you're going to... no, I'm going to... Let's do... recharge. Alright, so I'm up to 75. And I can get 1 die 4. Okay, why? Oh, alright. Wow, Butters is back for a third time. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and he's just, it's a drive-by. Discard. 2 dice to close a location. I don't. Alright, we'll discard. Okay. Oh, I fucking missed it by 1. Ugh. Alright, fucking A. Okay. Oh, and I still... Oh, because I still... Even though I'm not... Yeah, I gotta use all my cards because I don't want to take more damage. So, yeah, I'm be doing this fight again. Alright, discard... discard, discard, recharge, and yes, recharge. All right. Cool. I didn't take more damage, but I did not successfully beat the villain, so I'm going to have to do all that again. Look at it. It's shuffling it and putting it back there. Oh, I wonder if it's that one card. Okay. All right. Okay, so no, I have the luxury of skipping my turn, so I will, because I got 7 turns left, and I don't want Volek needs to draw a bunch of cards again, so I will reset my hand. Volek will... Cool. All right. And I might as well... Yeah, let's do... reveal. Gonna do some heal spell. I only got 5 cards left in my deck, so yeah. Alright, 3 cards back. Alright, and then we're going to have Bip. I may discard to add 1 card of the same type from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, okay, that's whatever. Okay. Alright, let's fight the villain again. Hopefully I don't fuck it up again. Alright. So I want to reveal. Alright, so I'm going to do a die 12. Yes, I'm going to reveal to add 1. For the of storms. Only if I need that. Okay, so I'm going to do... I'm going to recharge you. Okay, that's a bit of a help. And then I'm going to fire that. And then alright, we're up to 37%. This isn't a lot. Discard, so I'm up to 58. Then we will discard. And then 2 dice to any combat strength check. Discard. Alright, we're up to 97, and I can't add anything more. So, cool, I didn't whiff it. Now I get to do this all again. Alright. But this time I'm going to discard it so that I can add fire, I guess. And then I'm going to, let's see, 1 dice to any check to defeat a barrier. Okay, and I'm going to do you, recharge. Then I'm going to recharge. And then I'm going to display. And then I'm going to discard. Just using everything. Volek is going to fire an arrow. And throw in a blessing. And then she's also going to do a blessing. Can only do 1 blessing. Cool, I'm up to 98% chance, and I can't get it any better. So, awesome. I have won. Karzog sees all. He knows your every move. You cannot hope to beat him. His observation must not have been too keen. I beat you handily enough. That was it. Okay. Alright, I get some more gold that does something. Alright. Oh, these are all the loot cards I got from winning all those things. That was a special thing for this particular scenario. Okay. Alright, so now I have to go through afterwards, and these are the cards that I get to start the deck with. So I get 6 weapons for my ranger, 1 spell, 2 armor, and so on. But I acquired some extra things, so I've got 1 extra spell. So I need to get rid of that one that I just got, and then this new armor, and then he's no longer got an incorrect number of cards. So I kind of go through and I'm pulling out. Usually you're pulling out cards, but sometimes if you had to banish a card, that means it's permanently gone from your hand. Then you will need to fill in the missing card with something. All right, okay. So there, I got 31 cards in my stash now, and I can only have 10. So now I need to look through my stash and figure out if any of these new cards I want to permanently keep. So let's see, I got the ally, the dragon. Alright. Ooh. I mean, it's a level 6 ally. What have I got? Ooh. So I got, what do you do? I don't know, it's kind of cool. Okay. Seems... Yeah. 1d6 to my arcane or divine check. Okay. And then... Wait, which one was that? Okay. 1d6 to my acrobatics or range checks. Which is you. Each are add 3 in fire. Yeah, okay. Gonna replace. Alright. See, look, I got all these ranged weapons here. You got a venomous. How about we will, I don't know, ooh, quarter. Strength or melee skill plus 1d6. Yeah, we will. There. Okay. 1, 4. Alright. I'm kind of just scanning the levels, or the number there, to see if there's any really high. Because otherwise I could spend like half an hour just poring over this, trying to make sure that I optimize my cards to the maximum amount. And I don't feel like doing that. Alright, so, yeah, okay, everybody, so now I'm going to have to get rid of 21 cards. And these, so, let's see, this, colorize, spread, Headband of Inspired Wisdom. Alright. Huh. Oh. Alright. Oh yeah. Got all these. 3 more. Oh. Wait, what? Why is that still... The fact that I still have a Flaming Icy Axe makes me wonder what I fucked up. So, okay. Like, that was supposed to go in my hand. I'm sure I don't have 2. So, okay. Well, yes. Alright, now I'm going to have to look at my character and find out manage party. What did I fuck up? Cards list? Nope. Oh, there it is. Manage deck. Okay. Oh, shit. How did I have 2 Flaming Icy Axe plus 1s? Okay. Well, yeah, I would like 2 of them. Alright. Oh, it must have been one of the loot cards. Well, that's kick-ass. Okay. Alright. Well, that, yeah. That was the Assault on the Pinnacle. So I've got Into the Eye, 1 more, that I'm going to not do right now because I want to go get food. I'd like to thank millions of tens of dollars for watching me play through the Assault on the Pinnacle, and I will, I guess, probably do more of this later. Good night, everybody.